Where to begin? I've technically already filmed a introduction for me, a welcome back introduction. I don't know, don't ask me. But a shit ton has happened. 2 days actually. That's why I decided to make a new one. What was dumped? Didn't see it coming. I was dumped like 2:30 AM yesterday, Halloween 2020. How am I doing? Extremes, as you can see. I'm grieving. I actually flippin' love this guy. Turns out I can tell he regretted everything because I'm actually an amazing, wonderful person who is confident in herself and actually have a shit ton of self-worth that I never knew I had. Like, I knew I had it, but I didn't know. And a lot happened, and I got really upset because it wasn't just the breakup, it was the reasons behind it and all that. His mother got involved, his stepfather said shit about my mental illness, and that just is a big no, my guys, a no go. No one has any say in my mental illness apart from me. I sometimes don't even listen to my parents about my mental illness because it's me who experiences it. It's me who gets the stigma. It's me who's on the receiving end of all of it. No one else. Me. And that kind of made me... I've gone through a lot of emotions. I cried for like hours yesterday. I mean, from like 2 o'clock yesterday morning to like 4:30 in the morning, and then the moment I woke up at like 8:30, I was just bawling my eyes out basically the entire day. Like, it's so bad that like it's dry here, like when you have a cold and your nose is running and you keep having to... I have never cried so much in my life, and it's not just because someone that I loved and I thought that loved me, and it's not just that, but it's just timing, it's the reasons. It was just like, it was just so shocking because I wasn't expecting it, and I was like, I did nothing wrong. I am flippin' strong. I know, a rhyme, just throw it in there. And I think that's why I'm making this video, because I am dealing with a lot of emotions. And about 5 months ago, we got into the relationship. We've known each other for roughly 6-7 months, so it was quite a quick thing. But I was diagnosed, well, not properly diagnosed, but things started going downhill real quick, real fast with my mental health, and it seems like I have bipolar too. After 9 years of going through therapy and seeing doctors, psychologists, specialists, I even went to a clinic last year, middle of the year, because I couldn't do it anymore. And even then I wasn't properly diagnosed and taken care of. And here comes this guy who I think is amazing, and I see so much potential in him, and I fall in love with him because he's there for me. He's kind, and he became like my best friend so fast. I mean, I have another best friend, but like, you know, that person that you want your significant other to be became that. It just turns out he is insecure in himself, and he doesn't know what he wants from his life, and he listens to his mother, who has absolutely no say in me and my life. I even sent her a message, and apparently it was really well written message, really long. I sent her a message, she hasn't replied, go figure, telling her that her and her family has hurt me deeply. That's essentially, they influenced his decision because he doesn't know what he's doing with his life, and all of this is to do with my mental health, and it's not my fault, and it's everyone else's. It's his fault, because I did nothing wrong in the relationship. The only things that I did wrong, in inverted commas, was the fact that I would get hysterical and things like that, but that was because of my mental illness. But after that, I apologized and I said, I am so sorry, I don't know what happened, I apologize for that. I did what I needed to do. I told him, I tried to educate him, I did everything I could. I was trying to be there for him, but he just never saw it, apparently. And you know, that's why I'm making this video, not for sob story, obviously too. You know, obviously anyone who's gone through a breakup, like, it's also like my first love, but it was like an intense love because of the shit that was going on in my life. So it wasn't just like a normal time in my life, it was a really difficult time. So it was, you know, it was intense, and I thought I finally found someone that was willing to stick with me, and realizing I just have me, and I've gotten this flippin' far in my life because of me. And all of this has made me realize that I feel so strongly about mental health, not just my mental health, just anyone's mental health. I'm barely 21 and I know so much. Like, it's insane. I started struggling like properly with my mental health, I don't know when, but formally diagnosed when I was 12, grade 7. I know a lot. I've been through a lot. I've been through really tough times, dark days, and I got myself out. I kept going and I kept going, and here I sit today, the woman you see before you. And you know, after I told my friends and my sister and told them that he dumped me, they were like, why? Told them the reasons, and they were like, but why? And everyone is like, I'm this amazing, kind, considerate person, and I've been told this many times. And that's because of my mental illness. Now, it might be part of my personality, but my mental illness has made me aware and considerate and kind towards other people. It's made me empathize with them. Sometimes sympathize and taking on their problems, but it's taught me empathy. And it's made me grow up a lot faster than I needed to. But I had to because I depended on myself. And that's why I'm making this video, because I realized that the world needs more people like me, because I'm sure they're out there, and the world needs someone to actually sit in front of the camera and talk about these things, and not in this toxic positivity way and like this you need to self-love and you need to find, and yes, all of that I will talk about, I can talk about, but it's not easy. It's not this easy journey that one can take if you're really in the midst of something horrible. And all this toxic positivity makes you believe that it's possible to change your actual mental illness, your clinical depression, your bipolar, your schizophrenia, whatever, overnight. Because that's what is pushed into our faces. Self-help books, you know, it's everywhere. The psychology section of a bookstore, don't get me started, just makes me so angry, because it's like how to kick depression in the butt. Well, I'm sorry, have you lived with depression? You can't get rid of it in 30 pages. There's things that you can do, there's coping mechanisms when you come out of that period, that dark period of your life, but when you're in the midst of it, that book means nothing. No journaling in the world will get you out of your depression. And that's why I've decided that I want to start this. I don't know, I want to start to actually use this channel. I don't know who's gonna watch it, and I don't know who, but I want to start a channel for people like me who have gone through the same things, who are stigmatized. And I mean, yes, I know I'm a cisgender white woman sitting in front of you saying I've been stigmatized, but I've been stigmatized because of my mental health, and I'm not saying I have it the hardest in the world. I want to just state that up front. I don't have the hardest in the world, but everyone has their own struggles, their own problems. But I know millions of people deal with the exact same thing that I have dealt with. And mental health, the way I see it, the way I've spoken about it, and how I've treated it, and the way I've helped other people understand it, is not spoken about in our society. It's just these pictures on Facebook or these random stories about this is the face, this is also the face of depression. Well, okay, but what are we doing about it? Where's the community? Where's the conversation that we're starting? Why aren't we talking about it? Why, when you use the hashtags depression, you can't use them? Yes, I understand. I've been into that dark corner of social media where you're posting pictures of things that you shouldn't be doing, or, you know, it's a toxic environment for someone who's suicidal or self-harm. But why are these things censored in our society? Why? When we need to talk about it, we need to have an open, honest discussion about these things. And that's why I want to do it. I have no script, and I don't think I'm going to edit this at all, apart from a little bit in the middle, but I want this to be the start of something. I want this to be the start of talking openly and honestly. Yes, I am putting myself out there, but you know what I realize is I don't care what other people think. I remember having, you know, negative comments on previous YouTube videos that I've had, and it didn't affect me. And I was like, that's weird, because I am someone with mental health. These things should technically be affecting me. And I realized that it's not other people I'm fighting, it's myself. I'm fighting myself for survival. I'm fighting against myself to be good enough. And I'm coming to that realization that I am good enough. And I am worthy. And that's why I talked about my breakup, is that it's really starting to solidify that in my mind. In the past 5-6 months, for my mental health has been horrible, and I can't begin to ever describe it quite yet to anyone that doesn't understand what it's like. But if you understand, or you've been through something similar, you will know what I mean, where it's like you in a battle of yourself. It's just you. It's just you and you. It's just you and you all the time, and you just want it to stop. And that's what's been happening. And I've struggled with loneliness and depression, and how it makes more sense, bipolar, for I don't know how long. And I want to start a community. I want to start a channel that will lead to a community. I'm hoping for a safe space for people to talk openly and honestly about their mental health. Not just this happy, clappy, self-love, toxic positivity, but the actual experiences, because the actual experiences are never talked about. No one talks about their experiences, and so it just continues in our society to be stigmatized. And people say, oh, but I didn't know you had depression. Like, oh no, but you don't look depressed. I'm like, great, I'm high functioning depression, great, I have bipolar, I don't know, what do you want me to tell you? You know, and then people would say, why did you self-harm? Well, I can't tell you. It's part of the illness. I can't tell you why I did in that moment. In certain moments, that's all I can think about. It's an addiction, and people, it's things like that people do not understand, because no one talks about it in our society. It's so stigmatized. Yet it affects millions, if not billions, of people on our planet. Yet we're not willing to talk about it because it's not normal. Well, it actually is. If so many people suffer from it, it is normal. It's a normal human condition. It's something that the majority of people will experience at least once in their life because of grieving and sadness. If someone passes away, many people go into a depressive episode. If someone passes away, or if they lose someone important to them in any way, shape or form, the chances of them experiencing depression is very high. It is a normal emotion. It is something that is normal in our society, yet we've stigmatized it. This is for men, women, whoever. Mental illnesses are stigmatized in our society, yet something that I always tell people, and I will be in my grave and I will put it on my gravestone and I will just sing it from the rooftops. People with mental illnesses are some of the kindest, most understanding people I've ever met. I have met people who've gone through horrific things in their lives, yet there they are, kind and considerate and willing to listen to you, try and understand, be sympathetic and empathetic. Is that a word? I don't know. It is now. And it's these people, these so-called not normal people, you know, that are actually some of the nicest. They understand life. We understand life, yet we stigmatized because we're not normal. And that's why I want to start this. I want to start because be the change you want to see in the world. And I'm passionate about this. I mean, it's because it's hurt me for so long. And I'm tired of letting it hurt me. I'm tired of letting other people's ignorance hurt me. So I'm doing this, and I'm putting myself out there in a way I never ever thought I would. I'm putting myself out there to talk about my experiences and me wanting other people to talk about their experiences. That life isn't easy, life isn't convenient, life isn't what you expect it to be when you're a 10-year-old and you're dreaming of your career and your future. Life is hard and it's difficult, and for some of us, we have no control over our minds. It's like our minds want to kill us. And we can't help that. So why are we the villains of society if we can't help them? There are actions afterwards that we can help, and there are choices that we make that is our choice. But there are also many actions and things that we do that just wasn't us. It's afterwards when we come out of certain things that is us, and then it's your choice. I wanna be a long introductory video, and most likely 5 people are gonna watch it, but you know what, I'm getting sweaty, so I'm gonna end it now. Yeah, these things need to be said. I am done with people using my mental illness as a scapegoat and telling me that I need to figure myself out and that I need to change my mindset when I'm not the one who doesn't know anything about life. I'm the one who's had to grow up at an early age, who's had to deal with life and herself for years. I've had to, I don't even know what the words are, but I've had to battle myself for years. And that's why I'm starting this, and this is, I need to get it out there. I need to get it out into the world, and I need to say, I'm done. It's done. I am taking control of this. No one has a right to say anything about my mental health. It's an actual real thing that I did not choose. I wouldn't ever wish it upon anyone. It's a blessing and a curse for me, and I'll talk about that in another video, and you know, but I want something positive to start from this. And yeah, my hair's doing weird things, but I know it's been a serious video, and the 5 people, maybe the 5 people who watch this and watch this to the end, well, thank you very much. I'm getting really sweaty, it's really warm today. Thank you for watching, and I have a frog, and there's a lot that I would actually like to do with this channel. I've just never had the motivation, because guess what, mental health. I have plans and dreams, and I want to use this platform for good, because I don't see many people talking about these things, even on Instagram. And I know I'm just another white girl complaining about mental illness, but I'm not complaining about it. I'm saying, oh, it might sound like I'm complaining about it, but I'm not. I mean, what's happened to me has happened. Yes, was it fair? No. But it is what it is, and I want to help people also get people who need help know that there is hope. It might not feel like it, trust me. That's me. For the past 5 months, it felt like there were moments when I had no hope. And I was so close to just giving up. But I fought through it. And I'm sitting here today with so much emotion, and I'm going through so much. But I can tell you that you are strong. And your mental illness is not your fault. It's not you. You didn't choose this. You didn't put it upon yourself. And I'm here for you. And I'm sure there are if this hopefully works out the way I want it to work out, there are many people there for you. Just have to find them. We just have to create the family that we want, and not let the people who are ignorant and know nothing influence us, because we're strong. Because if you make it through it, you are the strongest effing person on this planet. I mean, that means a lot of us are the strongest effing person on the planet, but you know what I mean. So I hope you have a good day. It's very cliche, because if you're not feeling good and you're not going to be having a good day, you're going to be having a shit day. But I hope your day doesn't get shitter. That's what I mean. I really hope it doesn't get any shitter. I hope we get it slightly better and you stick around. Yeah, that's me. I hope everything. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to sign off. Okay, things have changed. I'm not 17 anymore, so but yeah. Yeah. Bye.